Oh, is the Apley Bridge meteorite. There was a skull found. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are on another local series adventure, and we're going to be doing the Fairy Glen Loop. Now, it's not actually officially named the Fairy Glen Loop, but we're going to be calling it the Fairy Glen Loop because you're going to start in Fairy Glen, which is where I am now, doing a loop round up Parbold Hill, and then back through Fairy Glen. It's about just shy of 5 miles, so it's a nice gentle hike. There is one relatively steep climb that goes up Parbold Hill, but yeah, let's go. So Fairy Glen is nestled in the little village, or just above the little village of Apley Bridge. Apley Bridge houses the Leeds and Liverpool Canal as well, which runs right through the middle of it. A couple of nice, quaint little village pubs. I did live here for about 9-10 months when my mum and dad lived here for a few years when they first moved up north, and it is a really nice little village, to be fair. So if you haven't been, definitely worth a visit. And then obviously you can come here, Fairy Glen, have a little mooch around, and then stop off at the pub for a quick bevy. So that waterfall you just see there was Sprodley Alley Brook Waterfall. Fairy Glen does consist of 2 waterfalls. That's the top one. The second one, which you're probably about to see in a bit, is beautiful. As you can see, there is a nice lovely brook that runs right through the middle of Fairy Glen. So there's plenty of places to see. Fairy Glen itself is actually quite a short walk from top to bottom. You could probably walk from top to bottom in about 10-15 minutes. We did it just a minute ago with the dog, but you could spend ages in here with the dog or the kids. You could spend absolute hours in here. But yeah, if you were just walking through it, it would probably take about 10-15 minutes, to be fair. But there's quite a few access points which take you over there. There's one right at the bottom. Yeah, where I came in, where you saw the Fairy Glen sign, that's another way in as well. So we're actually coming to the largest set of steps in the entire glen, which will take us down to the better waterfall out the 2 of them. Sorry about the shaking, I'm going downstairs, so I'm going to leave it here because you don't want to see all that, and then I'll bring you back at the waterfall. There's the second waterfall, but the main attraction of the entire glen, to be fair, runs down there. Then you've got a little diddy one there. Probably get the best view from this bridge, to be fair. It's a stunning set of waterfalls in an absolutely fantastic looking glen. I mean, you've got that massive sort of like cliff face there, which you can't, again, the camera don't do it justice because it's all got the growth on it and stuff. And then it just goes down there. You're in Lancashire, about several miles out from Wigan. You don't expect to see stuff like this here, you know, so to have this on your doorstep is just fantastic. It's just beautiful now. I mean, look at this, look. Look at that. So big I can't even fit it on camera. But we are nearly reaching the end of Fairy Glen, which, do not fear, if you have enjoyed seeing bits and bobs of it, then you will be seeing it again at the back end of this video, because we've got to walk through it again to get to the train station. Hence why it's called the Fairy Glen Loop, because we visit it twice. So this local series is about areas like this in the northwest that you can visit in and around Greater Manchester, Lancashire area. So you can just get out, put your bag on your back, and just enjoy the great outdoors. Like I said, this is about several miles out of Wigan town centre. You can get the train here. There is a train to Apley Bridge, and you can also drive here as well. But if you are driving here, please do be considerate to the obviously people who live in and around this area. If you are parking up in one of their streets, please do be considerate. Don't go blocking drives or boxing people in or whatever. So we are going to go down here and then onto a field out there. When you come off that bridge, if you just do a slight left, and then you'll come over here, and then you need to go across this wooden bridge here. So when you've gone over that wooden bit of bridge, follow the path around, bends to the right, you'll come over that, and then you will come out into here, which does open up some beautiful views. So just to get your bearings, obviously I've just come out there where that cyclist is. Obviously all the trees and that's Fairy Glen. Just down here, all around there, runs all the way along there, that tree line, is the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. Obviously, if you go in that way, you're going towards Wigan. If you're going that way, you're going towards Liverpool. So yeah, look at that. Beautiful views. So this will now take me to the bottom of Parbold Hill. But in that process, we'll go through this lovely field, see gorgeous views, probably some farm animals, which will be nice. So I was actually supposed to do a local wild camp last night, because I was planning on taking Roxy on her first one, but the weather was appalling last night, so knocked it on the head, unfortunately. As you can see, there is a little bit of undulation, and the wind is picking up, so I'm hoping this little muff is doing its job. Yeah, only a slight little bit of undulation in the hills when you're walking. Like I said, the biggest climb is when you're going up Parbold Hill. First animals of the loop. I think that up there is the hole that you don't see when you drive past it, and you'll get what I mean when we walk past. I'm pretty sure we walk past it, but yeah, you see a massive gate and then you don't see anything else. It's always made me curious to what is actually up there. I think that might be the hole. So you'll come out of the woodlands by that kissing gate there. Why do they call it kissing gate? If anyone actually knows the answer to that, can you let me know in the comments? Me and the wife just kiss when we ever go through them. A bit cheesy, I know, still. You'll come onto this very thinly made path. But to be fair, if that's someone's drive, I don't blame them. Ow! And just mind the posts that are sticking out, because you'll do what I just did. and just take my shoulder off. And yeah, you'll be coming out near where these stunning little cottages are. I love these like homemade gates. I think they're absolutely brilliant. Oh, that's seen better days, isn't it? I should say, you see that dirt patch there. Well, I don't think because the sun's shining on it, but there is a bit of a gravel patch there. If you turn left and go down there, it does take you down to the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. As soon as you get to that, if you turn right, you can carry on down on this. You can make this loop a little bit bigger and take that route, and it will take you to the bottom of Parbold Hill still. And once you get there, you can turn right and carry on up, and then you'll join the path that I'm on at the bottom of Parbold Hill. So it's your own personal preference, really. I am taking this route because I've not done it in a long time, but yeah, the canal is an option if you want it. Obviously this route will probably be a little bit quieter than the canal, but again, personal preference. Happy days. It's good just being out again, man. This is what it's all about. It's good for the soul, it's good for the mind. Clear your head, reset again for the week ahead, you know. It's needed. Reminds me of the old honesty boxes when you're doing the Great Glen Way or West Island Way. This is cool. It tells you about all the little flowers and stuff. Chicory, hedge bedstraw, great knapweed. I'm talking like I know what I'm on about. I have no idea. One there called Jacob's Ladder. One for the outdoorsy people. March, flower of the month, wild daffodil. I'll take that. Nice. Foxglove. I've always wondered what that was called. You see a lot of it when you're on the train. You see a lot of it. But yeah, farmers doing some DIY. See some sheep on the hills there. I love this bit because it's just loads going on. You've got a good, nice hill there. Look down onto the canal down there. Not that you can see the canal, but it is down there. All the hills and whatnot over the other side, and nice clear path ahead. Lovely. This is called Wood Lane. I'm on at the minute, if any of you are wondering. Bells are going 10 to the dozen. Love it. Makes the walk that a little bit more special. We are coming up to some cows that are right next to the fence, so we will be saying hello. A few more up here now. Oh, and nobody wants to see that. Come on. Really? I know. Come on, guys. Nobody wants to see that, do they, eh? Yeah? Yeah. A sniff? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they're all at it. Bloody Nora. Did not expect that. Walking on this path. Honestly, just want to say hello to the cows. Honestly. Hey-ho, cycle of life and all that. This area now, where there's quite a few houses. And in a couple of minutes, it'll bring you out via the bottom of Parbold Hill, which is when we take a right. So we're now coming out to Parbold Hill. This is the bottom of Parbold here. So you'll come out there, and then we're going to be going up that way. But yeah, it's quite a busy road, quite notorious as well, hence why they've stuck speed cameras on there. But yeah, so if you go down there, that's where you'll come out via the canal, and then you just turn right and head up this hill here. So what I failed to notice was you have to cross onto this side and then walk up here. What I will say as well, and I've never noticed this before, unless this bush is overgrown, this path is quite thin. Now, I haven't been up here before, I've never noticed that, and I've been on my bike a couple of times as well. So please be cautious when you're, I mean, it's opening up a bit now, but be cautious on that section there, because that was quite thin, that. And you get Arctic lorries coming up and down here. So this here is Christ Church, Douglas in Parbold. It's a stunning looking church. It has got Commonwealth war graves in it as well. I am just stood a little bit out of the way at the minute because a lot of people are going to their Sunday service. So I feel like I'm intruding a little bit, which is not good. I mean, it is an absolutely stunning church. It's just, I would have liked to have got inside, to be honest, but like I said, they've got, I think service is beginning, so definitely not going to go in there now because it's just not right. Well attended service though. That car park is chocker. Yeah, look at the tower. That old gothic-y sort of, what's that? Italiano. It's got that old gothic-y look to it, isn't it? It's just, I love them. Can't beat a good old school looking church. So just come out from the church. So the church is there. So when you come out, you go left, carry on up the hill. And now we're coming up to the steepest part of the walk. I'm not even jesting you, that ice cream van has just pulled up. That is absolute perfect timing. So this is a view from the top of Parbold Hill. But on a good day, you can see Liverpool, Southport, Blackpool, even the lakes on a really, really clear day. But yeah, so that ice cream van just behind me has just literally pulled in. So you can't time that any better if you tried, really, can you? That there's the Miller and Carter Steakhouse. Time is now, pardon the camera thing, 11:15. So I'm a smidgen bit. I'm a smidgen bit too early for that. Bear with, I've just seen something on the wall there. Hang on. If you can read that. Keeney died 10th of Feb 2023, aged 37, from a brain aneurysm. Kinney has 2 children, 13 and 18 at the time. Please find and hide the rock to keep Kinney's memory alive. And then you've got the Instagram and the Facebook pages just there. So what I'm going to do, the rock's in there, you can just see it here, look. I'm not going to take the rock out. I'll take it out and have a look in a bit, but I'm going to take that to Fairy Glen. Then hopefully someone else can pick it up and take it to wherever they want. So, Kinney, I don't know how long you've been on Parbold Hill, but you're coming to Fairy Glen with me, darling. Oh, how good does that look? It's just there. However, yes, I did. My missus is going to be watching this back. She's going to be fuming. So we're just carried on walking down the hill again now. And then it'll eventually turn right again into the very top of Fairy Glen. And then we'll be going through there again. But I'm going to enjoy my ice cream and I'll bring you back when we get there. Oh, that's the Martin Hill. Okay, there, mate. So that there are the gates I was on about where we drive past half the time. And I don't know what's in there, but it just looks nice and grand. I've got a sneaky feeling it's that hall that I showed you earlier. When you're coming down here, you'll need to look for this. Walk down here, and if you're coming in spring, summer, do try and keep an eye out for it because it is quite overgrown. And there's your entry back into Fairy Glen there. There is some, if you're coming up the top end, there is a bit of parking in a lay-by just over there. You can probably see, I've zooming a little bit. Just there. And you can park there, but first come, first served. So you can come into it. Back in Fairy Glen. I should also point out, by the way, when we're up at Parbold Hill and you get an ice cream, there is about 3 or 4 benches. So if you wanted to have 5 minutes, then obviously have a brew or drink or whatever, then yeah, you can sit down on a bench and give a minute. It is, not if it's halfway mark, but it's a nice little place just to have a sit down and chill out, and you know. Now having Kinney with me on the journey, which is an absolute pleasure, I'm gonna put her where that main waterfall is on in Fairy Glen, just so she's got that to look at. The fairies have been out. Bit of glitter. Or sorry, should say fairy dust. Sorry, get it right. So we have officially come full circle. But obviously I'm going to go back down that way and head to the train station. So I'm still going to film it so you know where you're going. I'm going to put Kinney's Rock by that waterfall. Take a couple of pictures of it so I can put it on the Instagram and Facebook page just so they know where they are. I'll show you what the rock looks like as well, because obviously it's in that white mesh bag at the minute. But yeah, it's a good idea, that, to be fair. And if you've not subscribed to his channel yet, if you go on Cole Johnson Outdoors, he's just done another trail. Apologies, Cole, I can't remember the name of it now. I'll put it underneath the bottom if you're interested. And he found a rock on his walk, and he took it on the duration of the walk with him, and then put it at the end, and then obviously tagged the pages, Facebook pages, Instagram pages, and that. So it's a really good touch, to be fair, and I think it's a really good idea. So thankfully, obviously, I've found Kinney, and we shall put Kinney next to this stunning waterfall. And Kinney, I apologise if you've been here before. Who knows, someone might have found you in here and then brought you up to Parbold Hill, and I've just brought you back down here. But either way, you come with me on this trail, on this loop, sorry, and it's been a privilege having you with me. I've found Kinney up on Parbold Hill, so we'll open the bag up. We'll have a look at the stone first. If you can see that, it says "Be kind, Kinney's Rock," and then "Love." Okay, so it's going back in the bag, and then this was here before I got here, but I'm going to put it on here. So, Kinney, I hope someone finds you. I hope you enjoy this gorgeous place for a day or two. Someone should find you because it's quite out in the open. I'll follow the page because I'm curious to know where you're going to go next. One thing I did forget to mention when I was doing the first bit of Fairy Glen is make sure your dogs and your kids don't go in there. That is horrendously dangerous, that. Not to put you off the walk, obviously, if you stay on the trail, you're absolutely fine, but that is, you step on that, you're going at least up to your knees, probably even deeper. And we're about to go through the lower entrance to Fairy Glen. Now, these things don't do me any favours. Look, see that? Oh. Now, when the missus walked through one earlier, her head was basically level with the top of that. Me, it's shoulder height. I married a hobbit. So yeah, when you come out of Fairy Glen there, so there's a sign for Fairy Glen. You turn left and go up this path here, or road I should say. If you turn right, you'll end up at that farm. Going up this hill, which will eventually lead out onto Apley Lane North. But there's a couple of interesting factoids I'm going to share with you when we get a little bit further up. So stay tuned for them. So, first little historic factoid for you is the Apley Bridge meteorite. So, in October 1914, a meteorite actually landed. I say landed, crashed or whatever. Obviously, wasn't that big because it would have made a big hole, but still, it landed. We'll just go with that in Apley Bridge in a farmer's field. Now, I can't tell you what farmer's field it was because I have no idea. However, they did find a fragment of it, and it ended up in a shop window at one point. Where that fragment is now, couldn't tell you. I'm not privy to that knowledge. However, there is a book out about the Apley Bridge meteorite, so if I can find it on Google after I've done this, I shall put an image of it on the screen there, so you'll know what it looks like and what to find. But yeah, that's the first interesting factoid for you before we get to the train station. Now, another little historic factoid for you. You've just seen the street sign there for Skullhouse Lane. Rumour has it, or mythology, or whatever you want to call it, could even be true, I don't know. It's online, and is quite a well-known story around Apley Bridge that there is a house on Skullhouse Lane, hence the name. That there was a skull found, a female skull, and residents have tried getting rid of it in the past, and spookily, it keeps coming back. Like I said, I don't know the ins and outs of the full extent of the story, but yeah, weird. But yeah, that's why it's called Skullhouse Lane. Oh, here we go, look. First Apley Bridge Scout Group. That is what we like to see. Now, those who know me know I owe Scouts a hell of a lot. They were what predominantly got me into all the outdoors and outdoor sports and stuff like that. So I owe Scouts a hell of a lot. So there we go, Apley Bridge railway station. The canal, I should just point out if you don't know already, is literally, see where those green hedges are there, it's just a little bit further down there and you can just turn right and you're on the canal, so not too far at all. Hey ho, that's the Fairy Glen Loop, people. Again, it's not actually called that, so don't go Googling it or whatever, because pretty sure you won't find anything, but still, we'll call it the Fairy Glen Loop anyway. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you get out and do the loop. If you do it, and you've discovered it via this video, then please do drop a comment. It'd be nice to know if people are actually doing it. Thank you, Kinney, for joining me on this trail. It was a pleasure. And yeah, I will see you on the next one, guys. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And ta-ta for now.